Hello and welcome to Awaz News. I'm Kubra Ali and I'll be taking you through big news across Canada.
As long as it takes, no-go bus service for a second day as strike continues. Doug Ford says Ontario now has improved offer for education workers. Man charged after Toronto parking enforcement vehicle damaged. Brampton man charged in sexual assault case involving a minor. 34-year-old female gymnastics coach facing sexual assault charges in Oshawa. North York tenants fighting 5% rent increase in building they say is unsafe and poorly managed. Safety sweep underway at York University following anonymous threat.
These were the headlines and now let's jump right into the details.
Ontario Premier Doug Ford says his government is ready to stop fighting with education workers and return to the negotiation table with an improved offer, a day after promising to rescind legislation that took away their rights to strike. Speaking at a news conference on Tuesday morning, Ford said he couldn't get into details about what the new offer entailed but said it was improved particularly for the lower-income workers. The Premier also told reporters that he was past the stage of fighting with the union, adding that he would love to see negotiations finished by the end of the week. "I don't want to fight, I just want the kids in school. That's what I want to do," he said. The comments come as schools reopened after a two-day walkout by the Canadian Union of Public Employees, CUPE, which has roughly 55,000 members. Negotiations with the province came to the statement on October 30th, with CUPE workers threatening to strike and the government refusing to budge until they removed that threat from the table. The following day, the Ford government enacted Bill 28, which uses the notwithstanding clause to override the Charter of Rights and Freedoms to force a contract on the employees. The legislation also made it illegal to strike and imposed hefty fines on individuals participating in any job action. Ford has promised to rescind the bill on November 14th if CUPE workers stop striking and return to the table. Ford said he expects the repeal to pass quickly with support from opposition parties. Bargaining is expected to resume Tuesday morning. However, the two parties still have to come to terms over the contentious issues of wages. CUPE has been asking for an annual 11.7% salary increase annually, but last week said their latest offer was about half of what was originally proposed. The government, meanwhile, put an annual wage increase of 2.5% for those making less than $43,000 and 1.5% for all other employees on the table. This wage increase was locked in using Bill 28 last week. Speaking with CP24 Tuesday morning, the president of CUPE's Ontario School Board Council of Unions said they are going into negotiations with an open mind and clear head. "My hope is that the government and the employers are doing the exact same thing," Laura Walton said. Walton indicated that before anything is agreed upon, the union wants to see Bill 28 repealed. Students are in class today. People should be at Queen's Park as well. A 34-year-old female gymnastics coach from Oshawa has been charged in connection with a sexual assault investigation. In a news release issued Tuesday morning, Durham Regional Police Service (DRPS) said its Special Victims Unit started an investigation in October after a victim informed authorities they were inappropriately touched. Police say the suspect was employed by a gymnastics club somewhere in Durham region. To protect the victim's identity, police did not disclose the club's name. Police said as a result of investigation, Sarah Nicholson has been charged with 5 counts of sexual assault and 5 counts of sexual exploitation. Durham police said she worked at gymnastics club for 17 years from 2005 to 2022 but is no longer employed there. Nicholson was released from custody on an undertaking. A 30-year-old Brampton man is facing a slew of charges in connection with an investigation into sexual offences committed against a child. York Regional Police (YRP) said they launched an investigation last month after learning that a 13-year-old was involved in a non-consensual sexual relationship. According to police, a man approached the victim at Chinguacousy Park several months ago. Over the course of the summer, the accused had a non-consensual sexual relationship with the victim multiple times, including in his vehicle and in his home, YRP said in a November 8 news release. Police said the accused may be employed in the medical field and may have previously worked at a school in Peel region. On Monday, Greg Scarlett, 30, of Brampton was arrested and charged with 4 counts each of sexual assault and sexual interference. person under 16, as well as 1 count each of forcible confinement and luring a person under 16. Scarlett has held in custody pending a bail hearing, police said. Investigators have released a photo of the accused and are urging any additional victims or witnesses to come forward. A group of tenants in North York apartment building is fighting back against a proposed 5% rent increase from their landlord, who they say is poorly managing the deteriorating building. Tenants of the Laurel Grove apartment complex near Don Mills Road and Highway 401 were served with notice of an above guideline rent increase (HEI) in 2019 after Homestead, a property holdings company that owns the building, replaced balconies and hallway carpets. But tenants say those fixes needed to be made anyway. They also say that the building is not properly maintained. No repairs are done in the apartments. It can take months or years, sometimes depending on the case, says Fabian Rojas, a tenant at Laurel Grove for 7 years. I think they use this as tactic to bully old tenants out of their apartments. It's very insecure. There are break-ins in apartments and cars, and there is no accountability and no rental office in the building. There's no cleaning done. There are cockroach and bedbug infestations over every month. A landlord who wishes to raise a tenant's rent above the maximum set out by the province needs to apply for the increase through the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board (LTB). Many tenants in the building refused to pay the increase when they were served with it over 3 years ago and vowed to challenge it in front of an LTB tribunal. But due to pandemic closures, the hearing has been pushed back until later this month. Now, those tenants who haven't paid the proposed increase over the past 3 years face the prospect of being on the hook for months of rent back pay if the increase is upheld. Toronto police are in the midst of conducting a safety sweep at York University after the school received an anonymous threat on Monday. Police in a tweet said they do not believe the suspicious incident poses any immediate risk to safety. They said this action is being taken over the next few hours with the assistance of security officers from the university out of an abundance of caution.
Thank you for tuning in. I'm Kubra Ali. I'll see you back tomorrow, same time, same channel. Have a good night.